Karen Gala. I'm from Mandarin Pueblo, also Taos and Laguna, and I'm the new director of the Santa Fe Indian Center. So we want to thank you for coming tonight. We're very excited to be partnering with Dr. Sheila Rocha and IAIA's Performing Arts Department. Just in case you're unfamiliar with the Santa Fe Indian Center, it's been in existence since 2008 without an office, but this is the first year that we've actually opened up our offices in February of this year. This is a shared facility. Our office is located on the backside of the building there, along with the Democratic Party. And so the theater is a shared space. We also have a community room, a community kitchen. So the Santa Fe Indian Center provides emergency financial aid to people in need for basic needs, just in case you didn't know. There be there. And so emergency assistance for like basic needs for like food, shelter, clothing, whatever a person needs. Everybody's situation is different. So even though this is a free production, we do welcome donations also. I wanted to mention a couple of items that we have coming up this year. We're going to be starting an Urban Native Youth Council that's geared towards middle-aged and high school students. And it's going to be used to inspire Native youth, whether it's physical activities, community service, art, and leadership skills. And also we're part of the Santa Fe Opera's Native Youth Night. So we do have some tickets that are going to become available for 2 performances on June 27th and July 11th. If you're interested in tickets or attending this opera, please let me know. And then we're also partnering with the Santa Fe Indian School Leadership Institute. They will be providing a paid intern during the summer months for the Santa Fe Indian Center. And we also have our signature event, which is called American Indian Community Day in Santa Fe. And that's held every September on September 16th. So if you've never been to that event, I do encourage you to participate. Everything is free. We have food, we have entertainment, we have contemporary and traditional dances, art projects, dances, food, and it's a lot of fun. So if you have any questions about these programs, let me know. We also have a couple of board members here too that could answer your questions. So I want to introduce our board chair, who is Mary Russell, and she's going to talk a little bit about the center also.
Whoops. Yeah, hey everybody. I'm really excited about having this partnership with IAIA. And so I don't want to spend too much time talking, and I want to get onto our production, but I did want to just tell you a little bit about myself, introduce some of the other board members. I'm Mary Russell, and I'm Danette, and I'm originally from Round Rock, Arizona. And we have, I've been chairperson, I guess, for the last 2.5 years. And we have some other board members here who have volunteered to help out with the event. Joe Neidhart, he's a board member, and also my partner in crime. And then Karen Radney-Wheeler, she's also been helping out a lot with the activities here. And then I know Edie Brysley, I think she's out helping there, and then also Cindy Hall, and I think she's also helping out there. So those are the board members that are actually here today. We have some other board members as well. I don't think anybody else is here. And as Karen was saying, we have a partnership with as well with the Sufi group, Sufi Service Group, who is also here and representing a good partnership, because that made it possible for us to have this center and get it going at the beginning of the year. And so we'll be continuing to have a lot more activities, and we're really glad that you're here right now with us this evening. And if you have any questions about the Indian Center, just grab one of the board members and ask questions. We have a website. We have a Facebook page, we have Instagram, and we have the flyer where we're able to give you some information about us. And we really welcome any kind of volunteer support and that type of thing as well. So welcome. And do you want to introduce your event further? Okay, thank you.
Now we have Dr. Sheila Rocha from IAI's Performing Arts Department.
This is real high for me, so I'm going to tip it down. Thank you very much for having us here. My name is Sheila Rocha. Like Karen said, I'm of the Puebla people, commonly known because you know how the Spaniards kind of interpreted things the wrong way. So they call us the Tarasco, and we're from further south. However, I was born and bred along the banks of the Missouri River in Omaha, Oto, Ponca country, actually. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm a visiting associate professor of performing arts at IAIA. I hope to be back next year. But in the meantime, we have a lot of work to do because there's a history of performing arts at IAIA that many of you may know about if you're from here. And you read about it in the books, but once again, we're beginning to slip into those margins and empty spaces in the pages. And so a lot of that history of what the Institute of American Indian Arts actually did is being forgotten. And at one time, they were the ones who created the first acting program for Native American students in high school and then in college. And those people who were trained were then selected by Hade Gigama and taken to New York for NATE, N-A-T-E, the Native American Theater Ensemble, the first one in history. And so that's pretty prolific history. We don't want to lose that. So now IAIA is beginning to revive that performing arts program. And what you have here before you is just a sampling of indigenous artistry, creativity. These individuals are inspirited. Not as performers so much. Most of them are creative writing students and a little bit of everything. But they all have one thing in common, and that's that they are profound, number one. And number two, they are in the Performing Arts Dramatic Literature course, examining Native American dramatic literatures as well as literatures of other people of color and or who have been oppressed by colonization. And so some of this work is very liberating. Others of it is very difficult to read. This particular one, they decided as a group that they wanted to do Indian Radio Days by Leanne Howe and Roxy Gordon. And if you're familiar with Leanne Howe, her picture is on the front of the program. She's a Choctaw woman. She's done all kinds of things throughout the country in terms of documentaries, plays, fiction, nonfiction, poetry, you name it. She's been involved in all of it. She's been around for a long time. This play was first produced in 1988. That's when it was first written. What we have in that program are some bingo cards. Everybody has a bingo card. Does anybody here play bingo? Well, tonight you will learn, and this is not a real serious heavy-duty bingo thing, so just have fun with it. If you need something to mark your bingo card with, and if you noticed I gave up like 3 free spaces on everybody's bingo card to make it easy. And Alex Dalen, who is one of our students, he's the music club president at the Institute of American Indian Arts from Dudeta, and he's going to pass you out a color. So if you want to mark your cards as we're going along, our bingo caller, Shannon Bear, Ho-Chunk, is going to be calling those numbers off and on throughout the performance tonight. This is a comedy. It is Reader's Theater. I'm going to get rid of that. Reader's Theater is this. You read the play rather than act it out because it's based off the old radio shows from back in the day. And so, we're going to go ahead and explore and investigate some of the weird things that have happened through indigenous or specifically Native American history. And it's comedy, so have fun with it. If you would like to take a picture, that's fine, but don't use a flash while they're talking because we don't want them to get blinded and fall off the stage, which is what I've already done tonight. So that was without a flash. If you're taking video, that's fine. Just try to avoid the flash. We will be closing the doors
just so that we have that element of privacy while we're performing. If you need to use the restroom, you go straight out the door and just go make a beeline straight to the back, and there are 2 restrooms there for you. There are no babies here. I know that we have one young man who's enjoying his Kindle or his tablet, which is fine. So what I'm going to do at this time is I'm going to introduce to you the wonderful cast members, or actually I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you. And before we start, I want to say that I hope this is the first of many collaborations with the Santa Fe Indian Center. Up in Omaha, we had an Indian Center a long time ago, and things fell apart. They're trying to start one now. So what I found out when I got here in the fall from July, that they were starting a Santa Fe Indian Center, I was so happy because we've seen these efforts kind of come and go, and now that you're here, we want to do as much as we can to support what you're doing. And part of that is bringing the arts into your community, because next semester we're going to have a couple of performance classes in which we would like to invite people from the community to come and audition for these shows that we're going to be doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, also in the audience we have the president of the Performing Arts Club, and that's Valerie. If you'd like to take a stand, Valerie and Alex both, president.